We are off to Diradoa. Hey guys, good morning. It is like 6 AM on Sunday and we are off to Diradoa, which is the closest airport to Harar. So yeah, our flight's at 7, so we have to get here at 5. We woke up at like 4. We are off to a warmer part of Ethiopia. So we've ditched all the jackets and left them on at this. It's a small domestic plane and it takes about 45 minutes, not too long. And then we should be at our destination. I can't wait to see my grandma and my aunts and my uncles. I really miss them. حلبنا محمد الأمين قويته السنة مكة ومدينة يا نبي الله أنبياء مامينا ذبح حلبنا محمد الأمين قويته السنة مكة ومدينة يا نبي الله أنبياء مامينا ذبح حلبنا محمد الأمين قويته السنة. Super warm. It's like totally different climate at Ethiopia. I'm just waiting for the luggage to come out and it's actually really warm. I'm feeling very stuffy. It's about 13 degrees here, whereas in Addis it's like 19 degrees, 18, 19 degrees, and now the mosquitoes here as well, which is why I don't stay here at all. So where we currently are, Diradoa, it's one of the industrial areas of Ethiopia. So there are a lot of factories here, a lot of Chinese workers, over thousands of Chinese workers that work here, and there were a few on our plane as well actually. Also a lot of Turkish people that were on my plane as well, because there's a lot of Turkish influence in Harar and Diradoa. They built a lot of mosques and schools and built other buildings as well, so get to show you those and stuff. This is what I was looking forward to this whole trip. Harar is the bit that I was looking forward to. الله سنبنك لا أنبياء مامينا دائما قصالا محمد الأمين قويته السلام كوامدينا يا نبي الله أنبياء مامينا ذبح لنا محمد الأمين قويته السلام كوامدينا يبي مدخيت البيم أنبياء مامينا حمدي وتخيت لاخ محمد الأمين قويته السلام كوامدينا يا نبي الله أنبياء مامينا ذبح لنا محمد الأمين قويته السلام كوامدينا صلاة وأمانتهم أنبياء مامينا. Good morning. I'm just having some tea, which is absolutely delicious. Really good. I'm having some scrambled egg with some bread. That's our breakfast for today. That's lunch. That was dinner for tomorrow. We are currently at the cultural centre. It's called Adagar, and it's where like they've got a bit of a museum where you can come and visit what a cultural, like Harari cultural house would look like. And so there was an event here today, just saw, and it was kind of to reunite the Hararis and Oromos because of some kind of political issues that are going on at the moment. And so they were holding hands, and they were dancing and singing and stuff like that. And it's to celebrate the beginning of Eid, which is tomorrow. So it was a nice event. I didn't really understand it, but they were dressed in their cultural clothing. So the women were wearing the cultural kind of, they have like a beaded headpiece, and the Harari women were wearing the gold headpiece that you've seen me wear before. Get a bit sunny right now as well, so put the sunnies on and let's keep exploring. من مشبه الخوخة. Yeah. And then the finished product looks like this when it's finished. Elias? Oh, okay. So you make the hole with the pin, and then you take the pin out like that, and then you thread through the straw, which we've wet,
to make it soft. And then depending on the colours you choose, you have a different pattern. So this one, for example, you've got the purple here, the red, the green. I still don't understand. I'm still so fascinated by how it's all, like, look at that. Look at the patterns in there. I still don't really get it. But I understand now. So you tear that in half, like that, with the pin. And then that helps to form the edge bit here. So these are the straws that they take and then put them inside the pattern. The pink one, yellow one, that's yellow. This one's for the edge here. White ones. Okay. Anna, these guys, the white ones, are for the edge here and for this edge here. We're currently walking towards the stadium, and this is the women's area, so you can see everyone coming through. It's Eid today! Woohoo! This is the whole reason why I came to Ethiopia for Eid in Harar, and I'm so excited my husband gets to experience it as well, because I've banged on about Ethiopia and Eid. Literally thousands of people who are here, absolutely thousands, and all different ethnicities and cultures, but they're just, everyone's here all together. So as you can see, you have everyone here to pray. Everyone's ready to get Eid started. It's quite early, it's only 7 o'clock in the morning. Actually no, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. No sleep last night because the dogs were just barking, because the dogs and hyenas always fight. So they were barking and like fighting, and I just couldn't sleep at all. Those girls behind me are looking at me as well. What is she doing? شكرا.
ابشر.
ملوح.
صار بالسجدات كلم زمين شوري البانارة.
إيه.
أنا أفرد تعبت سجدت.
سمحني.
أزولاي.
شاهي. Tired. Guys, it's like 10 o'clock right now. Hi.
The word for grandma.
Which is?
Ummi.
Umma. Oh my god.
Umma.
Umma. Okay.
Another word for hi, how are you?
Which is?
Depends who you are talking to.
Okay.
For a group.
Yeah.
Aman.
Hey. Okay.
For
Also reply. Also reply.
Aman. And then if you want to talk to a lady,
Yeah.
such as yourself, that would be Aman to she.
Yeah.
And for a gentleman like myself, it would be Aman to he.
Mantihi.
And for a group, it would be the same as an elder, which is a month.
Yeah. It's basically third person.
Yeah.
قاعد بيغدي انت صورنا على قدافه اول حاجه حوالي رخاب وأغدوش لنا جبت محطه حيجه يبقى بدل أولادك يبلوا ضبط بالولاد شان يوشخوا إن شاء الله أو بعد ديننا وكل حاجة لما جينا بلوا غشوا تغشوا ما يوشخوا إنك إذا كتب الخرجة إذا تحاول بيكل السياسي سائر يوشخوا محمد آيدولهم كبارك كان يخنا إن شاء الله يليقوا بلده ربك رب العزة والسلام والسلام على المرسلين الحمد لله رب العالمين يا عزيز يا كريم يا الله الله الذي خاتم برخاء وشان.
This Eid is a sacrifice Eid, so essentially they slaughter an animal and they slaughter it and they give it to the poor. So the way they do this is quite interesting because in London we don't get to see how this process works. We just give money and then we don't know what happens to the money after that. But in actual fact, what happens is slaughtered and then given in bags of a certain amount to poor neighbours, poor members of the community, etc, etc. So can you imagine how much food is being given to poor people right now? It's astounding. We're at my auntie's house about to have lunch. Yeah, it's 2 p.m. about to have lunch. It's really warm. We just had a little dua session with my grandma. Me and Mohammed sat down next to my grandma and she did like a 20-minute dua. You guys have seen my Harar vlog from last time, so I'm sure you recognize my background. But these are the narrow walled kind of streets of Harar. It's very typical of Harar to have these very narrow walls and narrow streets. So as you can see, it literally, you know, kind of holds two or three people. And the houses are also coloured, so you can see that different people decorate their houses in different ways. So here you have green and white, and then let's show you over there you have this blue and white. And the other point of significance is this. So what we have here are the numbers of the mosques in Harar. What they've done now, which was not here 2 years ago when I came, is to label and number every single mosque. So that is so fascinating. And there's a list next to the hospital. There's a few lists actually. I'll show it to you when I go there again. There's a list of every single mosque and the name of it. So in Arabic you can see the mosque. This is Masjid Sheikh Yunus Bab al-Fatah. That's that mosque. And it's also written in Amharic as well, which I can't read. So this is the 33rd mosque. There are about 90 mosques within this small wall.
ولا أنبياء مامينا إلخهم نحضر محمد الأمين.
Right now it's Maghrib time and we are walking back home, and the sky is this beautiful kind of orange colour. Very beautiful. One of the things I love about Harar is the narrow streets and how it really sets the scene. Like, it doesn't need any decoration or anything. It just looks so beautiful. I love it, I love it. It never gets boring. It never ever gets boring. I come here almost every other year and it never ever gets boring. This is the Sharif Museum.
Is the son of Haile Selassie Prince Mokon.